If you could give us an example, just kind of one of those areas where typically we wouldn't even know how we could help each other and partner together, like what would be a good example of that?
A classic example is an employee relations issue where an HR employee gets a complaint or a question or a situation arises where an employee needs to go out on leave or they have a disability or they have some other aspect of their job where there is a legal part to it and then there's just the HR parts. We do the HR with a little bit of common sense and a little bit of legal logic. You have the employee who says to you, I really need to work from home because I can't come to the office for a medical reason or I can't come to the office for a family reason. And the HR employee gets stymied very often of, how do I deal with this? I don't want to break the law and I don't want to say I'm going to get in trouble if I say the wrong thing. When you have both teams working for the same person like I do, that HR employee knows that they can rely on their legal department immediately to go ask, give me some guardrails, give me some talking points, give me the things I should do, the do's and the don'ts. And that HR person feels so much more empowered to be able to talk to the employee. On the flip side, the lawyer on the case or the lawyer in the company knows the law and knows where you're going to be discriminating. You have to make sure you provide all the options to the employee. The lawyer then also works with the HR person and gets the human context, which then makes the lawyer's legal advice even better the next time because they understand that when the HR person says, look, I've got this 4 times, it's in the engineering department, these things happen all the time. So how do I address it? The lawyer can then adjust the legal advice so it's more tailored towards the specific situation. They don't have to come into a cold because they've been working with the HR person for a while on these types of issues and they come up with a reasonable, a common sense game.
It makes both sides more effective, more successful. And then
Exactly.
the employee, they get better counsel, they get handled better, they feel better, there's better retention. It's like a win-win on all sides.
It's a great point, Steve. If you think about it from the employee's perspective, the employee knows when the HR person is nervous. They're unsure of themselves. They can tell if the HR person is just trying to cover for an answer. But if the HR person feels confident, if the HR person employee feels they know all the aspects of it, and then on top of it, if the HR person feels empowered to then make the right human decision, that's a win for everybody because the employee can tell right away, they may not agree with the actual result, but at least they feel like you're trying to address it from a not just corporate or a legal or regulatory. You're trying to address it as a holistic problem and it's specific to that. It's not just we do this for everybody and I can't change it. So that's just what it is. The lawyer allows the HR person to say, I want to make an exception here. Am I going to get big trouble for it? Maybe not. There are times when exceptions work and there are times when exceptions don't work.
Yeah.
And I feel confident now that this exception works. And I can tell the employee that, or I can tell the employee, this exception, I really can't do it. Here's why. And these are the issues, and we have to be fair to all the other employees. And so I can't make an exception. The employee on the other side of that discussion knows the person they're dealing with is confident and really is trying to address their problem.